Hello, my name is Anastasia. Welcome to my channel. I've been a teacher the past 6 years. The last 5 were in kindergarten. I have my master's in teaching. Today, I wanted to share Set 1, Lesson 2 of Tara West's Science of Writing Aligned Digital Teaching Slide. She's a content creator. You can access her resources on Teachers Pay Teachers. Today, our learning target is I can share stories. And I want to ask you, how will you know that you can share a story? Yes, that's right. You'll know that you can reach the learning target today by sharing the story that we're going to hear all together. You can share it with a brother or sister or a friend or a parent. So let's get started. All right, storytellers. Students respond, yes. Last time we learned that storytellers tell stories, and we told a story last time through an illustration. You might remember my illustration was all about a pirate who searched for treasure underwater. Today, we will be learning about how important it is for us to share stories and to retell them. So today I want to share a new story with you today. It's going to be a fairy tale, and you might have heard this story before. I will choose a book from the shelf, and I wonder, which book will I choose? Can you figure out which book it will be today? Yes, today I'm going to choose this green book. It's called Fairy Tales, and look at the picture cue on the spine. It's of a castle. Let's move on. So, storytellers, students respond, yes. Please listen today as I share the story of the big bad wolf. He's right here, and the 3 little pigs. You may close your eyes as I tell the story. We can visualize. Visualizing looks like this. We'll do step number 1, close our eyes. Step number 2, open our ears. And step number 3, we'll put a picture inside our head. And as you listen to my words, I want you to see the pictures in your head as if you're watching a movie. All right, let's get started. There were once 3 little pigs. Pig 1 made its house of straw. Along came a big bad wolf who huffed and puffed and blew down the straw house. Pig 2 made its house of sticks. Along came the big bad wolf who huffed and puffed and blew down the stick house. Pig 3 made its house of bricks. Along came the big bad wolf who huffed and puffed and huffed and puffed. He could not blow down the 3rd house. Storytellers, students respond, yes. Storytellers, students respond, yes. So I want to ask you about the characters. Who was in our story? Yes, it was the 3 little pigs. And now I want to ask, what happened in our story? Pause and think. As you're thinking, look at these 2 different pictures, and I want to ask you, which picture matches to the story that was shared? Yes, the story was about the 3 little pigs, not about 3 bears. So, I want to ask you, why is it important that we listen as a story is shared? Yes, it is because we'll hear important details and it helps us put the right picture in our heads. And it helps us share the story as it really happened. So now it's our turn. We're going to share the story together as a class. And I want you to think about starting from the beginning, then making your way to the middle, and finally think about what happened at the end, because good storytellers, they tell stories in order. So we're going to share the story together, and we're going to start by first telling the story in pairs. So you can see these girls together sitting close by. We're elbow to elbow, knee to knee. And what we're going to do is we're going to take turns. One partner is going to start first. Please whisper to each other. The other partner is going to listen. And then it's going to be the other partner's turn. And I want you to try to listen as best as you can to where you feel confident about sharing what your partner shared with you. All right, you can go ahead. You can also pause this video if you need more time. I'm going to go ahead and start on the next slide. All right, storytellers. Students respond, yes. So now is when I'm going to call on student leaders to share about what happened in the story. So your job is going to try to start from the beginning and go to the end, what happened in our story. All right, so you might have shared with your partner, and now you're probably sharing with our class. You might be saying things like, at the beginning, there were 3 little pigs and a big bad wolf. What other details were there? Pig number 1 made his house out of straw. And straw is like hay. It's pretty flimsy, it's pretty light, and the big bad wolf came and blew that straw house down without any problems. The next thing that happened was pig number 2. Pig number 2 built his house or her house out of sticks, and along came the big bad wolf, and he huffed and puffed and blew that stick house down. And at the very end, it was pig number 3 who built his house out of brick. And along came the big bad wolf, and he huffed and puffed and huffed and puffed, and he could not blow the brick house down. So let's review. Storytellers. Students respond, yes. Storytellers. Students respond, yes. All right. What was our learning target today? The learning target was, I can share a story, and I want to ask you, how did you do today? Were you able to share the story of the 3 little pigs and the big bad wolf with somebody else, your partner, or a family relative or a friend? If you want, you can always go back and try again. So today we shared a story about the 3 little pigs and the big bad wolf. It's so important for storytellers to share their stories because your words are important, your stories are so important. And we develop important skills like being able to speak clearly and listen to our partners. So what a wonderful job today. I'll see you next time for lesson number 3. Bye.